You've probably been told the same lie your entire life, that if you're struggling financially, it's because you didn't work hard enough, you didn't save enough, you didn't make the right choices. But what if that explanation is comforting because it's simple, not because it's true? What if the real reason you feel stuck has less to do with effort and more to do with a system that quietly drains you while convincing you it's your fault? Most people think poverty looks like unemployment, bad decisions, or laziness. In reality, modern poverty often looks like a full-time job, a decent salary, and absolutely no breathing room. And that's not accidental. We don't live in a system designed to help you build wealth. We live in a system designed to keep money moving, specifically out of your hands. The trap isn't visible. There are no guards, no chains, no locked doors. Instead, there are apps, subscriptions, upgrades, payments, and expectations. And by the time you notice the walls, you've already built them yourself. Let's start with a number that should make you uncomfortable. The average person will earn millions of dollars over their lifetime, not hypothetically, literally. Over 40 years of work, paychecks add up fast. And yet, most people reach retirement with almost nothing. Not nothing because they were irresponsible. Nothing because the money leaked away slowly, predictably, and invisibly. It didn't disappear in one bad decision. It vanished through 1,000 small ones that felt reasonable at the time. This is how the system actually works. Trap number 1. You don't buy things, you buy obligations. Nobody asks how much something costs anymore. They ask, what's the monthly payment? That shift changed everything. When you focus on total cost, your brain engages logic. When you focus on monthly cost, your brain engages survival. A $400 payment doesn't feel like a $28,000 decision. It feels like, can I handle this right now? And the system knows that. This is why almost everything is sold as a subscription, financing plan, or installment. Phones, cars, furniture, software, even groceries. Once something becomes a monthly obligation, it stops feeling optional. You don't experience pain when you sign up. You experience it later, slowly, diluted across time. That delay shuts down your risk detection. A car isn't expensive because it costs money. It's expensive because it locks future versions of you into work you haven't done yet. You're not paying for the car. You're selling chunks of your future freedom. And here's the part nobody tells you. The more obligations you stack, the fewer choices you have. Miss one payment and the penalties start. Miss several and your credit collapses. Lose income and the entire structure shakes. That's not ownership, that's dependency. Trap number 2. More money doesn't solve the problem, it hides it. Most people believe the solution is earning more. If I just made a little extra, everything would stabilize. And sometimes, briefly, it does. Then something strange happens. Your lifestyle quietly expands to absorb the increase. Not because you're reckless, because your reference point shifts. What once felt like luxury becomes normal. What once felt unnecessary becomes baseline. A bigger apartment feels justified. Eating out feels deserved. Conveniences become habits. You're not getting richer, you're just upgrading the cage. This is why people at every income level feel broke. Someone earning $40,000 thinks $60,000 would fix everything. Someone earning $60,000 thinks $90,000 is the real goal. Someone earning 6 figures is staring at people earning twice that. There is always another rung above you, and no top to the ladder. The system doesn't need you to fail, it just needs you to never arrive. Trap number 3, the price of not knowing the rules. There's a tax nobody talks about, not one collected by the government, one collected by ignorance. Late fees, interest charges, overdraft penalties, bad insurance terms, high expense investments. Individually, they seem small. Together, they quietly steal years of your life. People with the least money pay the highest penalties. Bad credit means higher interest. No savings means expensive emergencies. No knowledge means constant leakage. This isn't a coincidence. The system rewards those who understand it and punishes those who don't. And because financial education is optional, uneven, and often intentionally confusing, most people never catch up. They don't fall behind because they're careless. They fall behind because the game started without instructions. How the traps work together. These traps don't operate alone. They compound. Monthly obligations reduce flexibility. Lifestyle inflation prevents surplus. Ignorance drains what's left. The result is motion without progress. You work harder, earn more, stress more, and stay exactly where you are. And when you struggle, the narrative blames you, not the system, not the incentives, not the design, you. Why the system needs you stuck. This is the part that feels uncomfortable but matters most. The economy depends on consumption. If people saved aggressively, bought less, and delayed gratification, entire industries would collapse. So everything around you is optimized to extract spending. Advertising doesn't inform, it manufactures dissatisfaction. Social media doesn't connect, it monetizes comparison. Credit doesn't empower, it accelerates regret. Even physical spaces are engineered for impulse. And the final layer is psychological. You're taught that struggling is personal failure, that discipline alone will fix structural problems, that if others succeeded, you should too. This keeps you blaming yourself instead of questioning the machine. The illusion of choice. You're told you have options: save or invest, rent or buy, pay debt or build assets. But every option carries trade-offs that punish you either way. Save too aggressively and life becomes joyless. Spend normally and the future disappears. Take risks and you're irresponsible. Avoid risks and you're falling behind. There's no clean exit, only trade-offs. That's by design. The wealth myth. We love stories about success because they imply control. Work hard, make good choices, win. But real outcomes are messier. Timing matters, luck matters, health matters, background matters. Many people who made it did things right and got lucky. Many people who did the same things and didn't. Pretending otherwise keeps the system running. It turns structural failure into personal shame. The real cost of small decisions. Here's what makes this brutal. It's not the big purchases that ruin people. It's the quiet ones. The slightly nicer place. The frequent convenience. The upgrade that feels minor. Each decision is defensible. Together, they erase decades. Money compounds whether you want it to or not, just not always in your favor. Why awareness isn't enough. Seeing the system doesn't free you from it. You still need shelter. You still need food. You still need connection. Opting out completely isn't realistic. Participating fully is expensive. The middle ground is exhausting. Constant vigilance against forces designed to wear you down. That's why most people stay stuck, not because they don't care, but because resistance requires energy they don't have. What actually helps, and why it's unsatisfying. There's no secret, no hack, no viral shortcut. What helps is boring. Automating savings before spending, reducing fixed obligations, avoiding unnecessary debt, and living below what you could afford, not what you're told you deserve. These don't make you rich, they make you harder to exploit. And that might be the real goal. Not winning the game, but losing less badly. The final truth. The system isn't broken. It's functioning exactly as intended. It moves money upward efficiently, consistently, and quietly, while convincing the people supplying it that they're the problem. Understanding this won't magically change your life,
but it might change how you judge yourself. You're not weak for feeling stuck. You're not stupid for struggling. You're navigating a machine designed to drain you slowly without triggering alarms. The prison doesn't disappear once you see it, but awareness gives you something rare in this system: choice. Even small gaps matter. That's where freedom begins.